Good morning to all. I am Lakshman, lecturer in physics, working at Government Polytechnic, Medchel. In previous class, we have been discussed about the properties of matter. So in this properties of matter, we have been discussed properties of a solid, properties of a liquid, and the properties of a gases. So the property of the in property of solid, we have been discussed about the property of solid in this contest. Deformation force, property of a solid body like rigidness and non-rigid body, and property of a elasticity and plasticity, stress, strain, and type of stress, type of strain. And we have discussed the modulus of elasticity from Hooke's law and compressibility. After that, we have studied the property of a liquid like cohesive force, adhesive force, molecular range, and sphere of influence. And we have defined surface tension and example of surface tension, and we can study the surface tension based on the molecular theory and angle of contact, capillarity, and examples for capillary action. And we have studied the formula for surface tension based on the capillarity, and experimental determination of a surface tension based on the capillarity. And we have to study viscosity. So viscosity also we have been completed, and we have studied examples for viscosity, explanation of a viscosity, and Newton's for viscous force. So we have derived the formula for Newton viscous force in a liquid, and defined coefficient of viscosity, and we already studied the how does the viscosity is changes in a liquid and gases with the temperature. And also we in previous class we already derived the formula for Poiseuille equation. So we have derived the Poiseuille equation for coefficient of a viscosity. So that is the Poiseuille equation. Neta is equal to pi into p into r power 4 whole divided by 8 into v into l. In this equation, neta is the coefficient of viscosity. That is, this is the equation. In this equation, neta is the coefficient of a viscosity, pi is the constant, p is pressure difference between the two edges of a capillary tube, and r is the radius of a capillary tube, l is the length of a capillary tube, v is the rate of flow of a fluid along the throughout the capillary tube. So it is the terms are involved in these equations. So today we are going to discuss about the experimental determination of a coefficient of viscosity of a liquid by using capillary method. So in last topic we have studied the following terms: effect of temperature on viscosity of a liquid and gases, and the Poiseuille equation for coefficient of viscosity are completed. So generally in previous class, effect of temperature on viscosity of a liquid and gases. So generally How does the viscosity value is changes in a liquid and gases by temperature? By temperature. And already we discussed about the Poiseuille equation for coefficient of the viscosity of a liquid. Of a liquid means fluid. Generally, fluid in this we have to study the property of a liquid. That's why in a liquid. So the first in previous class, the first topic is effect of temperature on viscosity of a liquid and gases. In this instant, for liquid, how does the viscosity is changes in a liquid with the temperature, and how does the viscosity is changes in a gases with the temperature. First of all, we study the property of a liquid. That's why. So how does the viscosity value changes in a liquid means with the temperature means the in a liquid the viscosity value is dependent on the cohesive force. So the cohesive force is responsible for viscosity in a liquid with a temperature. Generally, the cohesive force is more when the molecules are closer to each other in a liquid. For example, generally in a liquid, the molecules are untightly bounded with force of attraction. Untightly bounded means it is easily escapes from the one molecule to another molecule due to the collision. So here the if the temperature of a liquid is increases, generally the distance between the molecules is also increases. If the distance between the molecule is increases, as a result the cohesive force is decreases, and the cohesive force is responsible for viscosity. That's why viscosity value also decreases in a liquid. That's why in a liquid the temperature is increases, the cohesive force is decrease. So if the temperature is increases, the distance between the molecule is increases, and the cohesive force also decreases. As a result the viscosity value is decreases. Then in a liquid the temperature and viscosity are both are inversely proportionally. The relationship between the temperature and viscosity in a liquid is inversely proportional. That's why the temperature is inversely proportional to the viscosity in a liquid. For gases, in a gas the viscosity value is dependent to the net transfer, the number of net transformation of a momentum and velocity. So generally during the summer, the temperature of a gas is increases. As a result the velocity and momentum of the net momentum transfer from a layer at a higher velocity into the a layer at a lower velocity means upper layer can be rotates lower layer, and that lower layer again rotates there and another layer. Means the net transformation is gradually transferred from upper layer into the lower layer means a layer at a higher velocity into the layer at a lower velocity. As a result the viscosity, the net transformation value is increases, then viscosity value also increases. So in a gases the net momentum transfer from a velocity from a layer at a higher velocity of the molecule into the layer at a lower velocity of the molecule is increases, then the viscosity value also increases. So in a gases, the temperature is directly proportional to the viscosity. But in a liquid, the temperature is inversely proportional to the viscosity. So today we are going to discuss experimental determination of a coefficient of a viscosity of a liquid or water. The main formula for coefficient of viscosity according to the Poiseuille equation. That is, the coefficient of viscosity of a water can be experimentally determined by using the Poiseuille equation. That is the Poiseuille equation. Neta is equal to pi into p into r power 4 divided by 8 VL. In this equation, just consider a beaker. This is the aspirator bottle. So, the experimental description means what are the equipments are required, what happens means Generally, we have to study these all the terms. Okay. In this instant, the aim of the experiment is to determine co- coefficient of a viscosity of a water experimentally by using capillary method. The main equipments are required in this experiment are: one is aspiratory bottle, aspirator bottle, aspirator bottle have, and another is a 500 ml of beaker, and we have to use rubber cork, and uniform cross sectional area of a capillary tube, and for measurement of a height of a water from in a aspirator bottle is by using traveling microscope, and also we have to use simple physical balance. So this is the simple physical balance to know the weight of a liquid, how much can be flow from aspirator bottle into the collecting, that is a 500 ml of, that is what, beaker. A glass capillary tube of length about 20 centimeter is initially cleaned with acid-filled potassium dichromate solution to get rid of the any oily greasy substances from the inner region. Okay, means the glass capillary tube must be of length 20 centimeter is initially cleaned. Okay, it is the first point. And number second point is the capillary tube is now wasted with the water. This cleared capillary tube is used in the experiment. So we have to use clean and dry and fine bore capillary tube which are openable at both end. It is the dry, must be cleaned capillary tube is used in this experiment. A glass bottle as shown in the figure is provided with a hole on the side near to its bottom. It is a hole. Okay. A glass bottle as shown. So a glass bottle as shown in a figure is provided with a hole on the side near to the bottle. That is the hole provided to the aspiratory bottle near to the bottom of the bottle, and a glass capillary tube is after cleaning, and it will fitted horizontally to the glass bottle using the rubber cork. By using rubber cork we have to fit the capillary tube at lower hole of the aspiratory bottle horizontally, and a small rubber tube is attached to the free end of the capillary tube, and it closed with the pinch cock. So it is easily allowed to water. We have to open the end of the capillary tube. After certain time we have to stop the flow of a water from the from the bottle. That's why we have to provide a one nab at their free end of the capillary tube, pinch cock. Okay, the glass bottle is fitted with a it is filled with a water up to certain level through a height of the water level from the axis of the capillary tube measured as a H1. So that is from the center of a cap. So the lower edge of the capillary tube or whole of the whole of the bottle. It is the principal axis. From this principal axis, we have to fill it as water through a certain height H1. This height of the water is measured by using a traveling microscope, and The glass bottle is filled with a water up to certain level. The height of the water from the axis as capillary tube is measured as a H1. An empty glass vessel is weighed taken weight okay, the empty glass vessel is taken weight using common balance. It is mass is m1. So initially we have to measure the weight of the glass beaker by using physical balance, that is empty glass beaker, that is h1 m1. The empty vessel is kept just below the free end of the rubber tube, like a but near the capillary tube. By releasing a pinch cock, water from the glass bottle is allowed to flow through capillary tube in the form of the streamline flow. By releasing a pinch cock from end of the capillary tube, then the water is released from the aspirated bottle and it allowed to flow through a capillary tube as a streamline flow. The water flowing out the rubber tube through the rubber tube, the allowed to drop in the glass vessel about the 20-minute or 10-minute time period will be calculated. It can be recorded using a stopwatch. After certain time of flow of water, the level of water in a glass bottle, like a aspirated bottle, is decreases through bottom. Now the height of the level of a water from the axis of a capillary tube again measured, and it can be reading taken as H2. The mass of the glass vessel with a water is recorded as m2 with help of a common balance. The difference between m2 and m1 gives the mass of a water which it is collected in a beaker from the aspirated bottle in a time period of t seconds. The average height should be calculated, that is h1 and h2 gives h1 plus h2 divided by 2. And the pressure difference between the end of a capillary tube is calculated as P is equal to h1 plus h2 whole divided by 2 into dW and G. dW is the density of a water and G is the acceleration due to gravity. Like by using the formula rho gh or dgh, the pressure of formula is equal to dgh. So in this d we have to write the density of a water, g is the acceleration due to gravity of a water, and h is the average height of a water in a aspiratory bottle from h1 and h2. The capillary tube is removed from the experimental set up. The inner region of a capillary tube is blown with air to dry the inner region of a capillary tube. The capillary tube is fitted to report stand horizontally, and the image of the end of the face of a capillary tube is viewed through the traveling microscope. The image of the end face of the capillary tube is seen in the shape of two concentric circles, that is from left and right. We also the vertical cross line of a traveling microscope is adjusted at one side of a capillary tube. Sorry, that is the circle of a capillary tube, and take a reading as a R1. And again, we by using rock and pinion screw of a traveling microscope, it can be adjusted to another end of a inner cycle of a capillary tube and take the reading as R2. And the reading using main scale and vernier scale of a traveling microscope are recorded R1 and R2. The difference between the R2 and R1 means R2 minus R1 or R1 minus R2 gives the diameter of a cycle of a inner cycle of a capillary tube. That is inner cycle of a capillary tube. By using the formula R is equal to D by 2, we have to calculate the radius of a capillary tube. The ratio of flow of rate through capillary tube is obtained as, that is, we already measured the mass of a water which it is collected in a beaker, glass beaker, that is m2 minus m1 gives the mass of a water which it is collected from the aspiratory bottle throughout a second with a time period t. Then the flow of rate of the flow of a water is measured by using the formula V is equal to m by dw into t. Here m is the mass of a water, dw is the density of a water, and t is the time period through flow of a water. The values P R V, like P is the pressure, R is the radius, V is the flow of a water, E is uh, substitute in the Poisson equation of, then we have to get the coefficient of a viscosity. Then the main precautions of a experiment is the capillary tube must be cleaned and dry and well cleaned, okay, and the capillary tube is should be fitted horizontally throughout the rubber cork at a lower hole of a aspiratory bottle, and the pressure difference between the two end of a capillary tube should be a small, very small, and the reading should be noted without any parallax error, means take the traveling microscope of reading is taken carefully, that is, and once again I will explain how to did the experiment, okay. So experimental determination coefficient of a viscosity, experimental determination of a coefficient of a viscosity of a water, okay. In this experiment, the main equipments are required to, generally, one is the aspiratory bottle, and number two is the horizontal table, and rubber cork, uniform cross sectional area of a, that is what, capillary tube, 500 ml of beaker, glass beaker, and a traveling microscope to measure the height of a water and radius of a capillary tube, and also we required a 1 meter scale for measurement of a length of the capillary tube, and one physical balance to measure the weight of the water and weight of a glass beaker, and one is a rubber cork to fit the uh, capillary tube horizontally at a lower hole of a aspiratory bottle, and also we required one, that is what means uh, pinch cock. Pinch cock is used to close the uh, hole of, that is cycle of a inner cycle of a capillary tube, okay. These are the equipments required to did the experiment, and the main description, and what is the formula for coefficient of viscosity means, by using the Poisson equation, neta is equal to pi into p into r power 4 whole divided by 8 into v into l. In this equation, P is the pressure difference between the two end of a capillary tube, R is the radius of a capillary tube, V is the flow rate of a water throughout the capillary tube, L is the length of a capillary tube. These are the terms are involved in this equation. Neta is coefficient of viscosity. And the main description of this experiment is, just we consider a one glass capillary tube of length about 20 centimeter, and it can be initially cleaned with the acidified potassium chromium solution and to get rid of the any oily or greasy substances from inner region of a capillary is inner region of a capillary tube, that is the path to flow the water. So without any obstruction we have to clean or any dust particle or removed from the inner part of the capillary tube. And the capillary tube now washed with a water, this clearly this is cleared capillary tube is used in this experiment. So the cleared capillary tube should be used in this experiment. Cleaned, not cleared, cleaned capillary tube. And we have to consider a one aspiratory bottle. So in this aspiratory bottle we have to take a one distillized water, because of it how any dust particles are clear. We have to use a glass bottle as shown in a figure is provided with a hole on one side of a aspiratory bottle near to the bottom, just above the bottom, not a near to the bottom, just above the bottom, using a rubber washer. And a glass capillary tube is after cleaned fitted horizontally to the glass bottle using a rubber washer. A rubber tube is attached to the free end of a capillary tube and it can be closed with a pinch cock. The glass bottle is fitted with a water up to a certain level. Then the height of the water level from the axis of a capillary tube is measured as a H1. An empty glass vessel is weighed using the common balance and its mass is m1. So this one. The empty vessel is kept just below the free end of a rubber tube and the releasing a pinch cock water from a glass bottle allowed to flow through a capillary tube in the form of a streamline flow. The water flowing out from a rubber tube is allowed to drop in the case of a vessel about the 20 minute like a t seconds, and it can be recorded by using a stop clock or stopwatch. After certain time the flow of water up the level of the water in the aspiratory bottle is reduced or falls down. Now the height of the level of a water from the axis of a capillary tube is measured by using a traveling microscope of any scale. Now mass of the vessel, the mass of the beaker with a water is recorded as m2 and will with help of a common balance, this of weight. Then the difference between the m2 and m1 means m2 minus m1 gives the mass of a water is collected in a t seconds in a glass beaker, and the average height h1 and h2 gives the so we have to calculate the average height that is h1 and h2, and the pressure difference between the two end of a capillary tube is gives P is equal to RGRdg, sorry not dgh. D is the density of a liquid, G is the acceleration due to gravity of earth, and h is the average height h1 and h2, where dw is density of a water. Generally in this experiment we have to use the water of density, the density of the water is 1 gram per cc, means 1 gram per centimeter cube. The capillary tube is removed from the experiment set up, then the inner region of a capillary tube down with the air to dry the inner region of a capillary tube. The capillary tube is fitted into the retard stand by horizontally by means of a rubber cord, and we have to adjust the eye lens and object lens exactly to fix or adjust the inner cycle of a capillary tube to the traveling microscope of eye lens. The image of a end of the face of the capillary tube is seen in the shape of two concentric cycles. The vertical crosswire of a traveling microscope is adjusted so that it is made tangent to the inner cycle of the image of a end face of a capillary tube at its end. The reading using main scale and Vernier scale are of a traveling microscope is recorded as a R1 and R2. R1 is the one tangent of a cycle and R2 is the their opposite tangent of a circle. The difference between the R1 and R2 gives the diameter of a capillary tube and the radius R is calculated by using the formula R is equal to D by 2. The ratio of the ratio of the rate of flow of water through a capillary tube is obtained as a formula V is equal to m by dw into T, and the values P are V. P is the pressure, R is the radius, V is the volume, and L is the length are substituted in the Poiseuille equation. Then we get the determination of a, and then we calculate the value of the coefficient of a water. And the main precautions are the capillary tube should be fitted horizontally. The capillary tube should be have a uniform bore and cross sectional area, and the pressure difference between the two end of a capillary tube is very small, considerably small, and the reading should be noted without parallax error. And we have to learn this experiment, and in this class we have discussed these topics. That what are means what are the formula for Poiseuille equation means P is equal neta is P into pi P r power 4 by 8 VL means option A is correct. The radius of a capillary tube can be experimentally measured by using traveling microscope and traveling microscope. The formula of experimental determination of a coefficient of viscosity holds good under the pressure difference is very small. So in this instant the pressure difference is very small because we have to take streamline flow, but in the case of a turbulent flow the pressure difference is very more. That's why we can take the uniform cross sectional area of a capillary tube. The rate of flow of water experiment in this experiment is given by generally rate of flow is equal to m by dw into T. Generally that is the formula is C is the option is correct, that is mass by density into time. According to the Bernoulli equation we have to define this, or according to the continuity equation. And these are the frequently asked questions, and you have to take this assignment pick. Okay, thank you one and all for this, and we are already going to discuss another topic from this class. So in this class we have to complete, on completion of this period we are able to understand this some of the problems. So that is formula for pertaining to the surface tension. So in this surface tension we have to learn some formulas. Number 1, surface tension T is equal to force by length, that is F by L, and the SI unit of a surface tension is Newton per meter, and dimensional formula of a surface tension is M1 L0 T minus 2. It is the dimensional formula of a surface tension. Means in this surface tension there is no factors be existed. That's why we have to use the formula for no. SI unit of a dimensional for SI unit of a surface tension is Newton per meter. And surface tension T based on the capillary tube, that is the formula is equal to RdG into H plus R by 3 whole divided by 2 cos theta. For capillary rise, theta is less than 90 degrees and it is positive. For capillary depression, theta is greater than 90 degrees and H is and it is negative, because for pure water and a pure solid, the angle of contact is equal to 0 degrees. For solid and water, the for general impure. So for impure solid and impure water, the angle of contact is acute, that is less than 90 degrees. That's why the capillary value, the surface tension is positive. For capillary depression means in the case of a impure solid, impure to same materials, impure solid to impure, that is impure solid and impure solid, like glass rod and mercury, then angle of contact is obtuse, that is theta is greater than 90 degrees, then cos greater than 90 degrees value gives the negative. In this formula, R is the radius of a capillary tube. It is considerably very small compared to the height of rising of a water in a capillary tube. That's why R is very small compared to H. Then R by 3 is negligible. Then the equation is becomes to T is equal to R dG into H whole divided by 2. It is the equation of a surface tension based on the capillary tube. Formula pertaining to the surface tension. Formula pertaining to the viscosity, not a surface tension. Okay. Newton formula for viscous force, that is generally viscosity, it is the opposite force present, the phenomenon in which to destroy the relative motion of a liquid of layer, or the internal resistance or the internal opposite force between the fluid of a layer is called viscosity. And the Newton formula for viscous force, that is F is equal to minus neta into A into delta V by delta X. And in this equation, F is a opposite force, because of there is a minus symbol. Minus sign indicates F is a opposite force, and resistance force or internal frictional force. And A is the area of cross section of a layer. Delta V by delta X is called a unit, that is velocity gradient. It is the ratio of a relative velocity between the layer into the successive distance between the two layers of a liquid. Then the coefficient of viscosity of a liquid, that is by cross multiplying up above equation, neta is we get neta is equal to F by A whole divided by delta V by delta X. And Poiseuille equation, formula for coefficient of viscosity, neta is equal to pi p r power 4 divided by 8 VL. In equation number 1, that is Newton formula for viscous force, F is equal to neta, that is the coefficient of viscosity, neta is equal to second formula, neta is equal to F by A into delta V by delta X, where delta V by delta X is called a unit velocity gradient. For unit velocity gradient, the coefficient of viscosity is same as a F by A and same as a stress or same as a pressure. And Poiseuille equation for coefficient of viscosity is neta is equal to pi p r power 4 divided by 8 VL. And we have to study the sum of the problems in the in this. Just we note this problem, that is one problem. A circular ring is placed in the surface of a water in additional force. Once again, a circular ring is placed on the surface of a water. The additional force needed to separate the ring from the surface of a water is 176 dyne. Calculate radius of a ring. So the surface tension of a water is given 0.07 Newton per meter. The solution of a surface tension force by length, that is F by L. In this, L is equal to 2 into 2 pi r. Generally, a circular ring placed on the surface, the circular ring of a that is cross sectional, that is what, circumference, that is 2 pi r. 2 into 2 pi r, there is a 2, and T is equal to F by 2 pi r. Generally, ring is placed at place of yeah, okay. That is the formula. L is equal to 2 into 2 pi r. Length of a means total length of the cycle of the wire. That is 2 into 2 pi r, that is 4 pi r. Then T is equal to F by 4 pi r. Means there is a force is given, that is 176 dyne. It is converted into the newtons by multiplying 10 power minus 5. That is the relationship. Then force is equal to 176 into 10 power minus 5 Newton, and the surface tension already given, that is 0.007 into Newton per meter. And we can substitute the values in the equation, that is T is equal to F by 4 pi r. Then we get the R is equal to F by 4 pi into T. There T is the surface tension. T is the surface tension. Then we get the values. F is equal to 176 into 10 power minus 5 whole divided by 4 pi means 22 by 7 into T is equal to 7 into 0 0.10 power minus 2. Then we get 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter, that is 2 millimeter radius of a ring. A metal plate area 10 power minus 2 is placed on the surface of a liquid of a surface 1 micronewton is required to move the plate so as to produce a velocity changes 1 centimeter per second between the two successive layers separated by 1 centimeter. Calculate the coefficient of viscosity of a liquid. So this is the problem we have to calculate, that is neta is equal to F by A into delta V by delta X, and given data are the force, that is the force is required 1 micronewton means 10 power minus 6 Newton, and area of a cross sectional area of a this one given B is equal to area of a plate is equal to 100 centimeter square, that is 100 centimeter square means 10 power minus 2 all power minus 2 means ikkada see here okay 100 centimeter square, that is 10 power minus 2 meter square, and delta V is equal to given, that is 1 centimeter per second, and delta X is 1 centimeter, that is the separated distance, and velocity gradient is equal to delta V by delta X is equal to 1 centimeter 1 second 1 second inverse. Then eta is equal to, we have to calculate by using this formula. In this way we have to calculate. This is note this one, or you take the screenshot. That is third question, it is fourth, and it is the fifth. These are the questions we have to discuss in next class. Okay, thank you one and all.